This is just a quick video follow-up to my updated comments on my review from December of 2017, and my updated comments were from this year, spring of 2018, and I just wanted to show you some proof of what I was referring to in my review, mainly because this product was expensive and, as it turned out, was very disappointing. I wanted to give it the benefit of the doubt, though, because I purchased these in the middle of July of 2017, and spring is when the moths really start to reactivate. More larvae are hatch, and you really want to try to catch it at that point. So I wanted to give these the benefit of the doubt, and when they caught very few, like 3 or 4 moths tops, that was all of summer and into fall when they were still active in my basement. And then I, got rid of those traps, and during the winter they pretty much, I don't know, hibernate or whatever. They go dormant. So I put a couple out on March 1st when they became active again, and let me show you what that resulted in. Okay, this was the sweet spot last summer. It's a finished room we have in our basement that is now just used for storage, and I put this out March 6th, which was just 2 months ago as of yesterday, and you can see it has trapped absolutely nothing. I also have another one on my furnace. They like to land on the wall and on the metal of the furnace pipes for some reason. This one I put out on, you can see, March 1st of this year. Now, if you look in this one, you're going to see 2 dead corpses. Well, the story behind those is I found these on the wall about 6 or 7 feet away from the trap. And when I could see, and this was like weeks after I put it out, I could see that no one was interested in it. I used my hand to hit them on the wall just to kind of stun them and knock them out. And I picked them up and stuck them in here. I don't know what male and female moths look like. I'm not an entomologist, but I stuck them in there in the hopes that, well, maybe these are females and they're still alive. Maybe it'll attract more moths in there. As you can see, that didn't work. And then up here I have another one hanging because they do like the walls, especially the walls leading downstairs to my basement. This one I put up on April 22nd, so this was just a couple of weeks ago. This has absolutely nothing. That is a beetle that happened to wander in there, unfortunately for him. Well, this became really, really frustrating. I went to my local big box discount store, and I'll let you figure out which one that is, because I don't think Amazon will allow this if I allow this video clip here, if I mention the name of the store. But for $6, I bought these Raid fly ribbons. You get 10 of them in there. There is no pheromone of any kind, but there's also no insecticide, no odor. They are non-toxic. They're just ugly as sin. But let me tell you something. I put these up, I put up, I think, 5 of them. I started out with 2 and then sort of added another one and then another one. Over the course of 2 weeks, I've had these up for 2 weeks. And this is the result. This doesn't have any attractant on it. It's just really sticky, and since moths like to sit and sleep or hang from vertical surfaces, like the wall, they are collecting. And here in the sweet spot, this one took about 4 days. I'll zoom in here. But you can see it is, where is he? There he is. It is collecting moths. They're kind of, there's like 4 or 5 of them up here. And they're sort of all caught in the curls. There's a couple of them that are still alive and kicking every now and then to try to get free. And this is an east-facing window where the morning sun comes in. It's a little bit before noon right now, so it's not as bright and sunny. But this one, I've had really good luck catching a lot of, as you can see, these little immature moths. So for me, I think that's a win because they won't have a chance to grow up and mate and lay larvae. This poor guy looks like he got stuck on one end and managed to flip-flop his way all the way to the other end until he expired. This one I had hanging in front of my furnace where that other Dr. Killigan's trap is, and it wasn't doing much of anything, so I moved it over here just a few days ago, and I already have caught several moths. So, yeah, I think the Dr. Killigan's, for my case, I know they're grain-eating moths because the larvae came in and they hatched and flew out of 2 bags of corn-based cat litter that I bought back in April of 2016. So I know that they're grain-eating moths. I even trapped some of them and looked them up on Google to look at all the different grain and pantry type moths before I made this purchase. So for me, this was $40 down the drain. They really did not much of anything to help me, but $6 Raid fly strips. You could probably use any brand. I'm sure you could find these in other brands, maybe even something generic. Does the trick. So as long as it's in an area like your basement, like I am, where, you know, people coming to see you aren't going to see this or accidentally walk into it and get all sticky. So there's my proof that the fly strips, the cheap fly strips, work better than this. I'm sorely disappointed in these.